Romans 3:11 through 18 says, "As it is written, no one is righteous, no, not one. No one understands, no one seeks God. All have turned aside, together they have become worthless. No one does good, not even one. Their throat is an open grave. They use their tongues to deceive. The venom of asps is under their lips. Their mouth is full of curses and bitterness. Their feet are swift to shed blood, and in their paths are ruin and misery. And the way of peace they have never known. There is no fear of God before their eyes." Romans 3:23 tells us that all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. But what does that mean? In Colossians 3, the symptoms of sin are defined as far as what needs to be gone from this world. It starts in verses 5 and 6 that it says, "Put to death, therefore, what is earthly in you, sexual immorality, impurity, passion, evil desire, and covetousness, which is idolatry. On account of these things, the wrath of God is coming." Verse 8 also says that we must put away anger, wrath, malice, slander, and obscene talk from our mouths. Some would argue that there isn't very much of the sin in the world, that this list is simply a list given to us by Scripture that doesn't really have to be followed. But let me just give you a few examples of things that sin has caused throughout history and things that it's still doing today. First and foremost is war. We have tons of war throughout all of history. We've had genocide, which is the mass killing of groups of people. We've had slavery, and we still do have slavery in some countries today. We have sex trafficking, which is not only a thing of the past, but is actually a booming, thriving, sinful business of today. We have lots of suicide in our country. We also have a good portion of depression, which was what leads to that. And we also have divorce. And I think divorce gives us a very big clue into what it really looks like in a working relationship, how sin infiltrates a relationship and destroys it. The three leading causes to divorce are basic incompatibility, infidelity and sexual issues, and money issues. Basic incompatibility is at 43%, infidelity is at 28%, and money issues are at 22%. Basic incompatibility can be understood as both parties being unable to keep anger, wrath, malice, slander, and obscene talk out of their conversations with each other, along with a good bit of selfishness thrown into the mix. Infidelity and sexuality is essentially when one's sexual pleasure becomes more important than the person they have it with. And money issues comes down to broken communication, covetousness, and selfishness. Now, these are just the effects that sin has in marriage, but it has a deeper effect into the kids of broken families. So once marriage has been broken down by sin, then you have the kids of a divorced family. And you see, rather than providing a unified front to kids on how to deal with the world, divorced families often provide their youth with a disjointed and broken view of the world. Statistically speaking, there's even a direct correlation between divorced families and the increase of delinquency. Delinquency is youth doing crimes. Our family structure is damaged by sin. And it's not truly becoming worse as time progresses, it's just becoming more exposed. Sin has been working in the family throughout history, breaking it down. You see, sin is breaking the world. And it's starting in our homes and living in our minds. And the only way for sin to be stopped is if we go to the source. If we go to the source of goodness, go to the source of what is love, what is kindness. And that's the only way to defeat that. And that source is Jesus. So in your discussion groups, we're going to spend some time reading Romans chapter 3. We're going to discuss what types of things sin has done in our lives and just how Christ works in that. Why it's important to be a community. Why it's important to be unified in a front against sin.